everyone. Thank you so much for coming to Much Ado About Nothing. To start off, let you know the exit is behind you, and there's an emergency exit through that curtain and to this side as well. Okay, I want to say before we start that this show has been the absolute definition of a labor of love. Everybody involved, especially the cast, has put in such unbelievable amounts of time and commitment and love and effort. And I have been so honored throughout this entire process to direct such wonderful and amazing people. This show truly has brought so much joy to me and everybody involved, and now I hope it can bring joy to you as well. I truly have never been prouder of something. So, nothing more to say. Thank you so much for coming.
Oh Lord, he will hang upon him like a disease. He is sooner caught than the pestilence, and the taker presently runs mad. God keep the noble Claudio. If he have caught the Benedict, it will cost him £1,000 ere he be cured.
I hold friends with you, lady.
Do, good friend.
You will never run mad, niece.
Not till a hot January.
Oh, Claudio. Don Pedro has approached.
Good Signor Leonardo, I'm come to meet your troubles.
Never came trouble to my house in the likeness of your dreams. For trouble being gone is comfort for me. But when you leave me, sorrow will abide and happiness takes its leave.
You embrace your charge, Chibu. I think this is your daughter.
Her mother hath many times told me so.
Were you in doubt, sir, that you asked her?
Signor Benedict, no, for then you were just a child.
You have a full Benedict. We may guess by this what you are. Being a man. Truly the lady who fathers herself. Be happy, lady, for you are like an honorable father.
Well, Signor Leonardo, dear father, should not have his head on her shoulders for all Messina, as liking as she is.
I wonder that you will still be talking, Signor Benedict. Nobody marks you.
What? My dear Lady Disdain, are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die when she has such meat food to feed it as Signor Benedict? Courtesy itself must convert to Disdain if you come in her presence.
And his courtesy a turncoat. But it is certain I am loved of all women, only you excepted. And I would I could find in my heart that I have not a hard heart, but truly, I love none.
A dear happiness to women! They else would have been troubled with a pernicious suitor. I thank God in my cold blood I am of your hue for that. I'd rather hear my dog bark and crow than a man swear he loves me.
God keep your ladyship still in that mind, else some gentleman or other shall escape predestined, scratched face.
Scratching couldn't make it worse than for such a face as yours were.
You are a rare parrot teacher.
A bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
And with my horse at the speed of your tongue, so good a continuer. Keep your way in God's name, I am done.
Signor Claudio and Signor Benedict, my dear friend Leonardo hath invited you all. I tell him we shall stay at the least a month, and he heartily prays some occasion may detain us longer. I dare swear he is no hypocrite, but prays from his heart.
Well, if you swear, my lord, you shall not be forsworn. Sir, let me bid you welcome. For being reconciled to the prince your brother, I owe you all duty.
I thank you. I am not of many words, but I thank you.
Please let our host lead on.
Your hand, your lordship, we will go together.
Benedict, dost thou know the daughter of Signor Leonardo?
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
Is she not a modest young lady?
I think she's too low for high praise, too rude for fair praise, and too little for great praise.
Thou thinkest I'm in sport. I pray thee tell me truly how thou likest her.
Would you buy her that you inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Yeah. And in case to put it into.
In mine eyes, she is the sweetest lady that ever I looked on.
Well, I can see him without spectacles, and I see no such matter. There's her cousin, and she were not possessed with a fury. Exceeds her in beauty as much as the 1st of May, the last of December. But I hope you have no intent to turn husband. Have you?
I would scarce trust myself, though I had sworn to the contrary. If Hero would be my wife.
Is it come to this? In faith hath the world not one man, but he will wear his cap with suspicion? Shall I never see a bachelor of 80 again? Don't do it, babe. Thou least thrust thy neck into a yoke.
What secret compelled you here that you followed not to Leonardo's?
Oh, I would your grace would constrain me to tell.
I charge thee on thy allegiance.
You see, now Claudio, I would be as secret as a dumb man, but my allegiance, he's in love! With who, you ask? Mark how short his answer is. With you. hero, Leonardo's short daughter.
If this were so, so were it utter.
Indeed, God forbid it should be so.
If my passion change not shortly, God forbid it should be otherwise.
Amen. If love her, the lady is very well worthy.
You speak this to fetch me in, my lord.
By my troth, I speak my thoughts.
And in faith, my lord, I spoke mine.
And by my two shots in face, my lord, I spoke mine.
That I love her, I feel.
That she's worthy, I know.
But I neither feel how she should be loved, nor know how she should be worthy.
Thou stubborn, obstinate heretic, despite her beauty.
That a woman conceived me, I thank her. That she brought me up, I likewise give most humble thanks. But that I will have a bachelor? All women shall pardon me.
I shall see thee ere I die. Look pale with love.
With sickness, with anger, or with hunger, my lord, not with love.
Well, if thou dost ever fall from this faith, thou wilt prove a noble Lord.
And if I do, hang me in a bottle like a cat and shoot at me. And he that hits me, let me clap on the shoulder, he called out.
Well, as time shall try. In time the savage bull doth bear the yoke.
The savage bull may, but if ever the sensible Benedict bear it, pluck off the bull's horns and set them in my forehead, and let me be vilely painted, and in such great letters as they write, "Here is good horse for hire." Let them signify under my sign, "Here you may see Benedict, the married man."
If this should ever happen, thou wilt be a born man.
Nay, if Cupid still happens with her after Venice, thou wilt quake for the shore.
I look for an earthquake too, then.
In the meantime, repair to Leonardo's, and tell him I will not fail in his suffering, for indeed he hath made a great preparation.
I've almost matter enough in me for such an embassage, and so I leave you.
My liege, your highness is now making me good.
My love is thine to teach.
Oh, my lord, when last I parted, I looked upon a hero with a soldier's eye that liked, but had a rougher task in hand than to drive liking to the name of love. But now I'm returned, and that war thoughts have left their places vacant. In their rooms come thronging soft and delicate desires, all prompting me how fair young hero is, saying I like your heroine to wars.
Thou wilt be like a lover presently, entirely hearing the book of words. If thou dost love fair hero, cherish it, and I will break with her and with her father, and thou shalt have her. Was it not to this end that thou beganst this divine story?
But lest my liking might too sudden seem, I would have solved it with a longer treatise.
What need the bridge much broader than the flood? Look, full service fit. 'Tis once thou lovest, and I will fit thee with the remedy. I know we shall have revelling tonight. I will assume thy part in some disguise and tell fair hero that I am Claudio, and in her bosom unclasp my heart. Then after, to her father will I break, and the conclusion is, she shall be thine. In practice, let us prove presently.
What the good here, my lord? Why are you thus out of measure sad?
There is no measure in the occasion that breathes. Therefore the sadness is without limit.
You should hear reason.
And when I have heard it, what blessing does it bring?
Not a present remedy, at least a patient sufferance.
I wonder that thou, being as thou singest thou art, born under Saturn, goes about to apply moral medicine to mortifying mischief. I cannot hide what I am. I must be sad when I cause and smile at no man's jest, eat when I have stomach and wait for no man's leisure, sleep when I am drowsy, intent on no man's business, laugh when I am merry, and claw no man in his humor.
Yea, but you must not make full show of this till you may do it without reprisal. You have of late stood out against your brother, yet taking you newly into his grace, which is impossible you should take true root, but by the fair weather that you make yourself. It is needful that you frame the season for your own harvest.
I had rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace, and it better fits my blood to be disdained of all than to fashion a carriage to rob love from any. I am trusted with a muzzle and enfranchised with a clog, therefore I have decreed not to sing in my cage. If I had my mouth, I would bite. If I had my liberty, I would do my liking. In the meantime, let me be that I am, and seek not to alter me.
Can you make no use of your discontent?
I make all use of it, for I use it only.
My lord!
What news, Brachio?
I come yonder from a great supper. The prince, your brother, is royally entertained by Leonato, and I can give you intelligence of an intended marriage.
Sir, for any model to build mischief.
Married is your brother's right hand.
The most exquisite Claudio,
Even he.
a proper squire. And who, which way looks he?
Married on Hero, the daughter and heir of Leonato. I was in the field when comes me the prince and Claudio hand in sad confluence. I whipped me behind the bushes, and there heard it agreed upon that the prince should woo Hero, and having obtained her, give her to Count Claudio.
Let us go there. This may prove food to my displeasure. That young upstart hath all the glory of my overthrow. If I can cross him in any way, I bless myself in every way. You two are both sure and will assist me?
To the death, my lord.
Let us to the great supper. Their cheers the greater that I am subdued with the cupper of my mind. Shall we prove what's to be done?
We'll wait upon your lordship.
Was not Count John here at supper? I saw him not.
How tartly that gentleman looks. I never can see him, but I'm heartburned an hour after.
He is of a very melancholy disposition.
It were an excellent man that were made just in the midway between him and Signor Benedict. The one too much like an image and says nothing. The other too much like my lady's eldest son, evermore tattling.
Ah, then have Signor Benedict's tongue in Count John's mouth, and have Count John's melancholy in Signor Benedict's face.
Ooh, and a good leg and a good foot, cousin, and money enough in his purse. Such a man would win any woman in the world if he could get her goodwill.
By my troth-niece, thou will never get thee a husband if I be so shrewd with thy tongue. In faith, she is too cursed.
Please, if God send me no husband, for which blessing I am at him upon my knees every morning and evening. Lord, I could not endure a husband with a beard on his face. I'd rather lie in the woolen.
Thou may lie on a husband that hath no beard.
And what should I do with him? Dress him in my apparel and make him my waiting gentlewoman? He that hath a beard is more than a youth, and he that hath no beard is less than a man. And he that is more than a youth is not for me, and he that is less than a man, I am not for him.
I never saw such a youthful old maid.
Aye. And when I die an old maid, I'll to the gates of hell. And there will the devil greet me like an old cuckold with horns on his head and say, "Get you to heaven, Beatrice! Get you up to heaven! There's no place for you maids!" So I have been away to St. Peter. He shows me where the bachelors sit, and there we live as merry as the day is long.
Well, niece, I trust you'll be ruled by your father.
Yes, Faith, it is my cousin's duty to make curtsy and say, "Father, as it please you." And yet for all that, cousin, let him be a handsome fellow, or else make another curtsy and say, "Father, as it please me."
Beatrice, I do hope to see you one day fitted with a husband.
Not till God make men of some other metal than earth. Would it not grieve a woman to be overmastered with a piece of valiant dust? No, uncle, I'll not. Adam's sons are my brethren, and truly, I take it a sin to match in my kindred.
Daughter, you remember what I told you. If any man do so to you in that kind, you know your answer.
The fault will be in the music, cousin, if you be not wooed in good time. If the man be too important, tell him there's measure in everything, and so dance out the answer.
Cousin, you apprehend passing shrewdly.
I have a good eye, uncle. I can see a church. In daylight.
The revelers are entering, brother. Make them room.
Come, lady, Will you walk about with your friend?
So you walk softly, look sweetly, and say nothing. I'm yours to walk, especially when I walk away.
With me in your company?
I may say so when I please.
And when please you say so?
When I like my paper, for God defend the looch like case.
My visor's Philemon's root, and the house is yours.
Why then your visor? Keep it attached.
Speak low, speak low.
Oh, I would be delighted.
So would not I for your own sake, for I have many ill qualities.
Which is one?
I say my prayers aloud.
I love you better. The heroes may cry, Amen.
God match me with a good dancer.
Amen.
You gotta keep him out of my sight when the dance is done. Answer clerk.
No more words before the dancer.
I know you well enough. You are Signor Antonio.
Edward, lady, I am not.
I know you by the waggling of your head.
Tell you the truth, I can't have it.
You could not do him so ill well unless you were the very man. Here's his dry hand up and down. You are he. You are he.
Edward, lady, I am not.
Come. You think I do not know you by your excellent wit? Can virtue hide itself? Go to among you are he, and there's an end.
Will you not tell me who told you so?
No, you will pardon me.
Nor will you not tell me who you are?
Not now.
That I was disdainful, and that I had my good wit out of 100 merry tales. Why, this was Signor Benedict that said so.
What's he?
I'm sure you know him well enough.
I believe me.
Did he never make you laugh?
I pray you. What is he?
Why, he is the prince's jester. A very dull fool. Only his gift is in devising impossible slanders. He both pleases men and angers them, and then they laugh at him and beat him. I'm sure he's in the fleet. I would he boarded me.
When I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you say.
Do! He'll but break a comparison or two on me, which peradventure, not marked or not laughed at, strikes him into melancholy, and then there's a partridge wing saved, for the fool will have no supper that night. Come, we must follow the leaders.
That one's Claudio. I know him by his bearing.
Are you not? Are you not Signor Benedict?
You know me well, I am he.
Signor, you are very near my brother in his love. He is enamored on Hero. I beg of you, dissuade him from her. She is no match for his birth.
How know you he loves her?
I heard him swear his affection.
So did I, and he swore that he would marry her tonight.
Come, let us go.
Thus answer I in name of Benedict. But hear these ill news with ears of Claudio. 'Tis certain so. The prince woos for himself. Friendship is constant in all things save in the office and affairs of love. Therefore trust no agent. For beauty is a witch against whose charms faith melteth into blood. Farewell, therefore, hero!
Come, Claudio.
Yea, the same.
Come, will you go with me? The prince has got your hero.
I wish you joy of her.
Why? Did you think the prince would have served you thus?
I pray you leave me.
Oh, now you strike like the blind man. It was the boy that sold you meat.
If it will not be, I'll leave you.
Alas, poor her fell. They will creep in the hedges. But that my lady Beatrice should know me and not know me, the prince's jester. It may be I go under that title because I am married, but I am not so reputed. It is the base, the bitter disposition of Beatrice that puts the world into her person and so gives me out. Oh,
Beatrice hath a quarrel to you. The gentleman who danced with her told her she is much wronged by you.
Oh, she hath misused me. Hast the endurance of a block, an oak, but with one green leaf on it would have answered her. She told me, not thinking I had been myself, that I was the prince's jester, that I was duller than a great ball. I stood like a man at a mark with a whole army shooting at me. If her breath were as terrible as her parts, there were no living near her. She would infect the North Star. I would not marry her if she were endowed with and talk out of her. You shall find her in good ate in good apparel. I would to God some scholar would conjure her. For surely while she is here, a man may live as quiet in hell as in a sanctuary. And people sin upon purpose because they would go thither. So indeed all horror, disquiet, and perturbation follows her.
Ah, look, here she comes.
Oh, will your grace command me any service to the world's end? I will go on the slightest errand now to the antipodes that you can devise to send me on. I will fetch you a toothpicker from the farthest inch of Asia, fetch you a hair of the great champ's beard, rather than hold 3 words conference with this harpy. Has your grace no employment for me?
None but to desire your good company.
Oh God, Lord, here's a dish I love not. I cannot endure my lady tongue.
Come, lady, come, you have lost the heart to see your Benedict.
Indeed, my lord. He lent it me a while, and I gave him use for it. Therefore, your grace may well say, I have lost it.
You have put him down, lady, you put him down.
Lest I should prove the mother of fools, my lord, I have brought Count Claudio, whom you sent me to seek.
How now, Count? Wherefore are you sad?
Not sad, my lord.
Unsick?
Neither, my lord.
The Count is neither sad, nor sick, nor well, nor merry, but green, Count, and something of that jealous complexion.
Faith, lady, I think your reason to be true, though if he be so, his conceit is false. Here, Claudio, I have wooed in thy name, and fair hero is one. I have broke with her father, and his goodwill obtained. Name the day of marriage, and God give thee joy.
Come, Count, take me of my daughter and with her my fortune. His grace hath made the match, and all grace say amen to it. Speak, Count. 'Tis your cue.
Silence is the perfectest herald of joy. I were but little happy if I could say how much. Lady, as you're mine, I am yours. I give away myself to you and dote upon the exchange.
Faith, lady, your cousin has married hearts.
Yea, I think it, poor fool. My cousin tells him in his ear that he's in her heart.
And so she doth, cousin.
Good Lord, for alliance! Thus was everyone in the world but I, and I am sunburnt. I may sit in a corner and cry, hi-ho, for a husband.
Lady Beatrice, I will get you one.
Has your grace ne'er a brother like you?
Will you have me, lady?
No. Unless I might have another one for working days. Your grace is too costly to wear every day. But I beseech your grace forgive me. I was born to speak all mirth and no matter.
Your silence most offends me, and to be merry best becomes you. For at a question you are born in a most merry hour.
No, sure, my lord, my mother cried. But then there was a star that danced, and under that was I born. Cousins, God give you joy.
Why, my tall, pleasant-spirited lady?
There is little of the melancholy element in her. She is never sad but when she sleeps, and not ever sad then, for my daughter hath often said she has dreamt of unhappiness and waked herself with laughing.
She cannot endure to hear tell of a husband.
Oh, by no means. She mocks all her wooers out of suit.
She were an excellent wife for Benedict.
Oh, Lord, my daughter, they were but 1 week married. They would talk themselves mad.
What fun they would have talking themselves mad together.
Ah! Shall we wed tomorrow? If time goes on crutches, the love have all its rights.
Not till Monday, my dear son. Which is hence just a 7 night and a time too brief to have all things answered in my mind.
I warn thee, Claudio, the time will not go dully by us. I will undertake one of Hercules' labors, which is to bring Signor Benedict and the Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection. The one with the other. I would fain have a match, and I doubt not much fashioned, if you three will administer such assistance as I shall give you direction.
My lord, I implore you, though it may cost me 10 nights' watchings.
And I, my lord.
And you two gentle hero?
I will do any modest office, my lord, to help my cousin to a good husband.
And Benedict is not the unhopefulest husband that I know. Thus far I can praise him. He is of a noble strain, of confirmed valor and approved honesty.
I will teach you how to humor my cousin, that she may fall in love with Benedict.
And I, with your two helps, will so practice on Benedict that, in despite of his quick wit and queasy stomach, he will fall in love with Beatrice. If we can do this, Cupid is no longer an archer.
His glory shall be ours, for we are the only love gods. Come, go in, I will tell you my drift.
And so, the Count Claudio shall marry the daughter of Leonato.
Yea, my lord, but I can cross it.
Any bar, any cross, any impediment will be medicinable to me. I am sick in my displeasure in him. And whatsoever comes athwart his affection ranges evenly with mine. How canst thou cross this marriage?
Not honestly, my lord, but so covertly that no dishonesty shall appear in me. Oh, I think I told your lordship years since how much I am in the favor of Margaret, the lady hero's waiting gentlewoman.
I remember.
I can, at any unseasonable instant of the night, appoint her to look outside of her lady's chamber window.
What life in that is to be the death of this marriage?
Poison of that lies in you to temper. Go you to the prince your brother. Spare not to tell him that he hath wronged his honor in marrying the Count Claudio, whose estimation you mightily hold up, to an unfaithful, stale one such as Hero.
What proof shall I make of this?
Proof enough to misuse Count, to vex the prince, undo Hero, and kill Leonato. Looking for any other issue?
Only to despite them will I endeavor anything.
Go then. Find the immediate hour to draw the prince and Claudio alone. Tell them that you know that Hero loves me. Intend a kind of zeal to the prince and Claudio, as in love of your brother's honor, who hath made this match, and give them instances which shall bear no less likelihood than to see me at Hero's chamber window. Hear me turn Margaret. Hero! Hear Margaret turn me Horatio, and bring in this the very night before the impended wedding. Show you such seeming truth of Hero's disloyalty that all jealousy shall be called assurance, and all preparation overthrown.
For this what adversary can I will put into practice. Be thou cunning in the working this, and thy fee is 1,000 ducats.
Be you constant in your accusation, and my cunning will not fail in me.
Be you clever in the shaming, and enough, I will go learn their day of marriage.
Signor,
In my chamber window there lies a book. Bring it hither to me in the orchard.
I'm here already, sir.
I know that. I would have the hence and here again.
Okay.
I do so much wonder how one man, seeing that another man is a fool, as he dedicates his behaviors to love, will, after having laughed at shallow follies in others, become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love. And such a man is Claudio. I have known when he would have walked 10 miles afoot to see a good armor. Now will he lie 10 nights awake, carving the fashion of a new doublet. His words are a very fantastical banquet. There's so many strange dishes. Shall I be so converted and see with these eyes? I cannot tell. I think not. I will not be sworn unless love may transform me to an oyster. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another is wise, yet I am well. Another virtuous, yet I am well. Until all graces come into one woman shall not come into my grace. The prince and Monsieur Love will hide me in the auger.
Come, shall we hear this music?
Yea, my good lord. How still the evening is, as hushed on purpose as to grace harmony.
Monsieur Benedict Captain himself.
Oh, very well, my lord.
Come, Balthazar, we'll hear that song again.
Good my lord, tax not so bad a voice as to slander music any more than once.
Don't put a strange face on your own profession. I pray thee, sing, and let me woo no more.
Because you talk of wooing, I will sing. For many a wooer doth commence his suit to her he thinks not worthy, yet he woos, yet will he swear he loves.
Come, I pray thee, sing. Or if thou wilt hold a longer argument, do it in notes.
Note this before my notes. There's not a note of mine worth the noting. It's the party, I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. Nobody knows where my Johnny has gone. Judy left the same time. Why was he holding her hand? He's supposed to be mine. It's my party, I'll cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too. Happened to you.
By my troth, a good song.
No, sooner, my lord.
No, since one left for a shift.
And you were a dog that should have howled thus, they'd have hanged him.
Yeah, marry. Dost thou hear, Balthazar? I pray. Get us some excellent music for tomorrow night, for we would have it at Lady's chamber window.
Best I can, my lord.
Do so. Very well. Come hither, Leonato. What was it you told me of today? That your niece, Beatrice, loves Signor Benedict?
I would have never thought that lady would love any man.
No, nor I neither, but most wonderful that she should so dote on Signor Benedict, for she has seemed in all outward behaviors ever to abhor.
Is it possible?
By my troth, I don't know what to think of it, but that she loves him with an enraged affection.
Maybe she doth, but counterfeits.
Faith like enough.
Oh God, counterfeit! Never came counterfeit so near to life of passion as she discovers it.
Why? What effects of passion shows she?
Beat the hook well. This fish will bite.
What effects, my lord? She will say, you heard my daughter tell you how.
She did indeed. That was very convincing.
Oh no! You amaze me. I would have thought your spirit had been invincible against all assaults of affection.
As would I, especially against Benedict.
I should think this a trick, but that the white-bearded fellow speaks it.
He's lying you.
Hath she made her affection known to Benedict?
No, and she swears she never will. That's her torment.
It's true indeed. So your daughter says. Shall I, says she, that have so oft encountered him with scorn, write to him that I love him?
This says she when she is beginning to write him, for she'll be up 20 times a night, and there she will sit in her smock till she has read a whole sheet of paper. Hero told me this.
Now you talk of a sheet of paper. I remember a pretty jest your daughter told us of.
Oh, like how when she was writing and she read it over and she found Beatrice embedded in between the sheets?
That!
Oh, she railed at herself that she should be so immodest to write to one that she knew would flout her. I measured him, says she, by my own spirit, for I should flout him if he writ to me, yea, though I love him, I should.
Then down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her chest, tears her hair, prays, curses. Oh, sweet Benedict!
It were good if that she knew of it by some other, if she will not discover it.
To what end? He would make but a sport of it and torment the poor lady's words.
And we should, it were an alms to hang. She's a sweet, excellent lady, and beyond all suspicions, she is virtuous.
And she is exceeding wise.
In everything but in loving Benedict. I feel sorry for her, and I have just cause being her uncle and her guardian.
I wish she would bestow the stone John. I pray you, tell Benedict of it and hear what he said.
Words good, think you.
Hero thinks surely she will die, and she swears she will die ere she make her love known, and she will die if you flout her, and she will die if you woo her rather than make one breath of her accustomed crosses.
She doth well, for, as you know, the man hath a contemptible spirit.
He is a very proper man.
He indeed hath a good hour of happiness.
Before God, and to my mind, very wise.
He indeed shows some sparks that are like wit.
And I take him to be valiant.
But I am sorry for your niece. Shall we go find Benedict and tell him her love?
Never tell him, my lord. Let her wear it out with good counsel.
Nay, that's impossible. She will wear her heart out first.
Let it cool the while. I love Benedict well, and wish he would modestly examine himself to see how much he is unworthy, so good a lady.
My lord, will you walk? Dinner is ready.
If you do not do honor upon this, I will never trust my expectation.
Let there be the same outspread for her, and that must your daughter and her gentlewoman carry.
Oh, this can be no trick. They have the truth of it from Hero. It seems her affections have their full bent. Love me? Why, it must be requited. I hear though I am censured. They say I will bear myself proudly if I perceive the love come from her. They say too that she would rather die than give any sign of affection. They say the lady is fair. 'Tis the truth. I can bear witness. And virtuous, 'tis so. I cannot reprove that. And wise, oh wise but for loving me. By my troth, I will be horribly in love with her. I have railed so long against marriage, but doth not the appetite alter? A man may love the meat in his youth that he cannot endure in his age. Here comes Beatrice. By this day she's a fair lady. I do spy some marks of love in her.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner.
Lady Beatrice, I thank thee for thy pains.
If it had been painful, I would not have come.
Do you take pleasure then in the message?
Yea, just as much as one may take upon a knife's point. You've no stomach, senor? Fare you well.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come to dinner. There's a double meaning in that. If I do not pity her, I am a villain. If I do not love her, I'm Beatrice!
Good Margaret. Run thee to the parlor. There shalt thou find my cousin Beatrice. Whisper in her ear and tell her that I and Ursula walk here in the orchard, and our whole discourse is of her. Say no overheard us, and bid her steal into the pleached bower, where honeysuckles, ripened by the sun,
forbid the sun to enter, like favorites made proud by princes that turn their backs on the power that bred them thus. There shall she hide her to listen to our propose. This is an office, bear thee well in it, and leave us alone.
I'll make her come. I warrant you presently.
Now, Ursula, if Beatrice doth come, as we do trace this alley up and down, our talk must only be of Benedict. When I do name him, let it be thy part to praise him more than ever man doth merit. My talk to thee must be of how Benedict is sick in love with Beatrice. Of this matter is Cupid's crafty arrow made, which only wounds by hearsay. Oh, now look, we're like a laugh when she runs close to the ground to hear our comforts.
The pleasantest angling is to see the fish cut with its golden fins the silver stream and greedily devour the treacherous things. So angle we for Beatrice, who even now is couched in the woodbine coverture. Fear you not my part of the dialogue.
And go we near her, that her ear lose nothing of the false sweet faith we lay for it. No, truly, Ursula, she is too disdainful. I know her spirits are as coy and wild as haggards of the rock.
But are you sure that Benedict loves Beatrice so entirely?
So says the prince and my neutral lord.
And did they bid you tell her of it, madam?
They did entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them if they loved Benedict, to wish him wrestle with affection and to never let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you so? Doth not a gentleman deserve as full as fortunate a bed as ever Beatrice thou couch upon?
God of love, I know he don't deserve as much as may be yielded to a man, but nature never framed a woman's heart of stronger stuff than that of Beatrice. Her eyes misprize what they look on. Her wit values itself so highly that to her all matter else seems weak. She cannot love nor take no object of affection. She is so self-endeared.
Sure, I think so. Therefore, certainly it were not good she knew his love, lest she make sport of it.
Why, there you speak truth. And yet saw a man, how wise, how noble, how young, how rarely featured, but she would spell him backwards. If fair-faced, she would swear the gentleman were her sister. If tall, a lance ill-headed. If low, an agate very vilely cut. So turns she every man the wrong way out, and never gives to truth and merit much simpleness and virtue purchaseth.
Sure, such carping is not commendable.
But who dare tell her so? If I should speak, she would mark me out of myself. She would press me to death with wit. Therefore, Benedict, like covered fire, consume away in sighs, waste inwardly. 'Tis a better death than die by mocks, which is as bad as to die by tickling.
Yet tell her of it, hear what she will say.
No, rather I will go to Benedict and counsel him to fight against his passion. Then truly I'll devise some honest slanders to stain my cousin with. One doth not know how much an ill word may poison liking.
Oh, do not do your cousin such a wrong. She cannot be so much without true judgment, having so swift and excellent a wit as she is prized to have, as to refuse so fair a gentleman as Signor Benedict.
Oh, he is the only man in Italy. Always accepted my dear Claudio.
I pray you not be angry with me, madam, speaking my fancy, but Signor Benedict, for shade, forbearing, argument, valor, goes foremost throughout Italy.
Oh, he is of an excellent good name.
His excellence did earn it ere he had it. When are you married, madam?
Why, every day. Tomorrow. Come, go in. I'll show thee some attires and get that counsel which is best to furnish me tomorrow.
She's blind, I warn you, we have caught her, madam.
If it proves so, then loving goes by halves. Some Cupid kills with arrows, some with traps.
What? Fire is in my ears. Can this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? No. And Benedict, love on, I will requite thee. If thou dost love, my kindness shall incite thee to bind our loves up in a holy band. For others say thou dost deserve, and I believe it better than reportingly.
Would you give me just one more chance? Oh, I wonder, who wrote the book of love? Baby, 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 I love you, yes I do. When it says so in this book of love, all is one that's true. Wonder, who wrote the book of love?
What should that bode?
Has any man seen him at the barber's?
No, but the barber's man happens to be with him, and the old hairless cheek has already stuffed tennis balls.
Indeed, he doth look younger by the loss of a beard.
He rubs himself with civet. I smell him out by that.
Oh, that's so much to say. The sweet youth's in love.
The greatest note of it is his melancholy.
Yea, and when was he wont to wash his face?
Or to paint himself.
Ah, nay, but I know who loves him.
I warned I would know too. One that knows him not.
Yea, and his ill conditions, and despite of all, dies for him.
Yet is this no charm for the toothache. Old senor, walk beside me a while. I've studied some 8 or 9 wise words to share that these hobby horses must not hear.
By my life, to break with him about Beatrice.
Even so, Hero and Margaret by this play their parts with Beatrice, and then the two bears will not bite one another when they meet.
My lord and brother, God save you.
Good evening, brother.
If your leisure served, I would speak with you. Yet the Count Claudio may stay, for what I would speak of concerns him.
What's the matter?
Means your lordship to be married tomorrow?
You know he does.
I know not that. Not when he knows what I know.
If there be any impediment, I pray you discover it.
You may think I love you not. For my brother, I think he holds you well, and in dearness of heart hath hoped to effect your ensuing marriage. Surely suit ill spent and labor ill bestowed.
Why? What's the matter?
I came hither to tell you. The lady is disloyal.
Who? Hero?
Even she. Your hero, Leonato's hero, every man's hero.
Disloyal?
The word is too good to paint her wickedness. I could say she were worse, think you of a worse term, and I will fit her to it. Go but with me tonight, and you will see her chamber window entered, even the night before her wedding day. If you love her then, tomorrow wed her. But it would better fit your honor to change your mind.
May this be so?
I will not think it.
If you dare not trust that you see, confess not that you know. If you will follow me, I will show you enough. And when you have seen more and heard more, proceed accordingly.
If I say anything tonight, why, I should not marry her.
I will disparage her no further till you are my witnesses. bear it coldly but till midnight, and let the issue show itself. Oh, day and twirly turn!
Oh, mischief strangely thwarting.
Oh, plague right well prevented! So you say, when you have seen this.
But they should suffer salvation, body and soul.
Nay, that were punishment too good for them if they showed any allegiance in them being chosen for the prince's watch.
Well, give them their charge, neighbor Dogberry.
First, who think you the most desertless man to be constable?
You okay, sir, or George Seacole, for they can read and write.
Come hither, neighbor Seacole. God has blessed you with a good name. To be a handsome man is a gift of fortune, but to write and read comes by nature.
Both which, Master Constable?
You have? I knew you would answer. Well, for your luck, sir, why, give God thanks and make no boast of it. And for your writing and reading, there's no need for such vanity. You are thought here to be the most senseless and fit man for the constable to watch. Therefore, bear you the lantern. This is your charge. You are to comprehend all bankrupt men. You're to bid any man stand in the prince's name.
How if he will not stand?
Why do you take no note of him, but let him go and present the contiguous of the watch together, and thank God you're rid of a knave.
If he will not stand when he is bidden, he is none of the prince's subjects.
True, and it's a matter with none but the prince's subjects. You shall also make no noise in the streets, for the watch is a bad one, to touch, the most tolerable, and not to be endured.
We would rather sleep than talk. We know what belongs to a watch.
Why, you speak of the Asian and most quiet watchman, for I cannot see how sleeping should offend. Only have a care that your bills be not stolen. Well, you're to call at all the alehouses and bid those that are drunk get them to bed.
How, if they will not?
Why then, let them alone till they're sober. If you meet a thief, avoid it, for he will be no honest man. Involve yourself not with men with poor character.
If we know him to be a thief, should we not lay hands on him?
By your office, you may, but I think they that touch thieves will be defiled. If you do take him, let him show where it is and steal away in your company.
You have been always called a most merciful man, partner.
Truly, I will not hand a dog on my will, much more a man who has any honesty in him.
If you hear a child cry in the night, you must call to the nurse and bid her still it. How would the nurse be sick and will not hear us?
Why don't you part in peace and let the child wake her with crying? For the you that will not hear the lamb when it pass will never answer a calf when it bleats.
'Tis very true.
This is the end of your charge. You, constable, are to present the prince's own person. If you meet the prince in the night, you may stop him.
Nay, Our Lady, that I think he cannot.
5 shillings to 1 it. Would anyone know the statutes? He may stop him. Only if the prince be willing. For indeed the watch ought to offend no man, and it is a man to stop a man against his will.
By Our Lady, I think it be so.
Well, masters, good night, and if there be any manner of mischief, call on me. Keep your fellows' counsels in your own, and good night. Come, neighbor.
Well, we hear our charges. Let us sit upon the church bench and all to bed.
Welcome more, honest neighbors. I pray you would trust in you not to store, for the wedding being there tomorrow, there's a brave toss tonight. Adieu, be good to I beseech you.
What? Conrad?
Please, stir not.
Conrad, I say!
Here, man, I'm at my elbow.
My elbow itched. I thought there would a scab follow.
I will be an answer for that. Now forward with thy tale.
Come here, close then. Under this tent. for it drizzles rain, and I will, like a true drunkard, utter all to thee.
Some treating, sir.
Know that I have tonight earned of Don John 1,000 ducats!
Is it possible that any villainy should be so dear?
Thou shouldst rather ask if any villainy can be so rich. For when rich villains have need of poor ones can make what price they will.
I wonder at it.
That shows thou art confirmed. Thou knowest that the fashion of a hat, a cloak, or a doublet is nothing to a man.
Yes, it is apparel.
I mean the fashion.
Yes, the fashion is the fashion.
Might as well say the fool's the fool. But seest thou not, I say, what a deformed thief this fashion is?
I know that before. He has been a vile thief this 7 year. He goes up and down like a gentleman. I remember his name.
Didst thou not hear something?
No, it was the vein of the house.
Seest thou not then, I say, what a deformed thief this fashion is? How fatally he changes the hearts of the hot-blooded.
All this I see, but art not thou thyself giddy with the fashion too? Why hast thou shifted out of thy tale to telling me of the fashion?
Because, like me, fashion is a villain, forever changing appearance. Know that I have tonight wooed Margaret, the lady hero's waiting gentlewoman by the name of Hero. She leads me outside of her mistress's chamber window, bids me 1,000 times good night. I tell this tale wildly. I should have first told thee how the Prince Claudio, my master, planted and placed and possessed by my master Don John, saw from afar off in the orchard this amiable encounter.
And thought they Margaret was here.
Two of them did, the Prince and Claudio, but the devil my master knew she was Margaret, and partly by his oath which first possessed them, and partly by the dark night which first deceived them, but most chiefly by my villainy, which should confirm any slander that Don John had made. Away went Claudio, distraught and enraged.
Felix, I'm sure of this prince's name. Stand!
Call up the right master constable. We have here recovered the most dangerous piece of lettering that ever was known in the Commonwealth, and one deformed with one of them.
Masters,
You'll be made bring to form for it, I warrant you.
masters, never speak. We charge you, let us obey you to go with us.
Prove a goodly commodity being taken up these men's bills.
Without any question, I warrant you. Come, we'll obey you.
Good Ursula, wake my cousin Beatrice and desire her to rise.
I will, lady.
And bid her come hither.
Well,
Troth, I think you're rather rough for the matter.
Oh, pray thee, good May, I'll wear this.
By my troth, it's not so good, and I warrant your cousin will say so.
My cousin's a fool, and thou art another. I'll wear none but this.
I like the new tire within excellently if the hair were a thought browner. And your dress is the most rare fashion in faith. I saw the Duchess of Milan's gown and they praise so.
Oh, that exceeds, they say.
'Tis but a nightgown in respect of your cloth of gold and cuts, laced with silver, set with pearls, down sleeves, side sleeves, and skirts round underborne with a bluish tinsel. But for a fine, quaint, graceful, and excellent fashion, yours is worth 10 bit.
God give me joy to wear it, for my heart is exceedingly light.
Will be heavier soon by the weight of a man.
Fie upon thee, art not ashamed.
Of what? Of speaking honorably? Is not marriage honorable even in a beggar? Is not your lordship honorable without marriage? I think you would have me say, saving your reference, a husband. And bad thinking do not rest from speaking. No, I shall offend no one. Is there any harm in the heavier for a husband? None. I think it would be the right husband and the right wife. Otherwise 'tis light and not heavy. Ask my lady Beatrice else. Here she comes.
Good morrow, cuz!
Good morrow, sweet hero.
Why, how now? Do you speak in a sick tune?
methinks.
Then let's play a love song. That goes without a burden. Do you sing it? I'll dance it.
No music. By my troth, I'm exceeding ill.
Oh, illegitimate construction. I'll scorn that with my heels.
'Tis almost 5 o'clock, cousin. 'Tis time you were ready. Hi-ho.
Hi-ho for what? A hawk? A horse? Or a husband?
For the letter that begins them all.
H! Well, you not be turned turtle, there's no sailing by the North Star.
What means the fool? Trow.
Nothing. But God sent everyone their heart's desire.
This scarf the Count sent me is an excellent perfume.
I'm stuffed, cousin. I cannot smell.
A maid and stuffed. There's goodly catching of a cold.
Oh, God help me. God help me. Have you always been like this?
I suppose I learned it from you. Doth not my wit become you rarely?
It is not seen enough. You should wear it in your cap. But by my troth, I am sick.
Oh, get you some of this distilled Cardus Benedictus. Lay it to your heart. It is the only thing for a qualm.
There's no place to this. Benedictus? Why Benedictus? You have some moral in this Benedictus?
Moral? No, by my troth, I have no moral meaning. I meant plain holy thistle. You may think perchance that I think you are in love. Nay, fire lady, I am not such a fool to think what I list, nor I list not to think what I can, nor indeed I cannot think. If I would think my heart out of thinking that you are in love, or that you will be in love, or that you can be in love. Yet, Benedict was such another, and now he's become a man. He swore he would never marry, and yet now, in despite of his heart, he eats his meat without grudging. And how you may be converted, I know not, but methinks you look with your eyes as other women do.
What pace is this thy tongue keeps?
Not a false gallop.
Madam, withdraw. The Prince, Count Claudio, Don John, Senior Benedict, and all the gallants of the town are come to fetch you to church.
Come help to dress me, good cause, good Mary, good Ursula.
What would you with me, honest neighbor? Marry, sir, I have some confidence with you that this surgeon there make brief, I pray you, for you see it's busy time with me. Marry, this it is, sir.
Yes, in truth it is, sir.
What is it, my good friends? Good neighbor, this, sir, speak a little of the matter. An old man, sir, and his wits are not so, God help, I would desire they were, but it may honest as the skins between his brows.
Yes, I thank God. I am as honest as any man living that is an old man, and no honester than I.
Comparisons are others. Palaverous, neighbor Burgess.
Neighbors, you are tedious.
It pleases your worship to say so, but we are the portraits officers, for truly, for my own part, if I were as tedious as a king, I will find in my heart to bestow all of your worship.
All thy tediousness on me.
And though I be but a poor man, I am glad to say it.
And so am I. I would fain know what you have to say. Marry, sir, our watch tonight, except in your worship's presence, had taken a couple of as errant names as any in Messina.
God help, it is a world to see. Well said in faith, neighbor Burgess. Well, God's a good man, an honest soul. If it is, sir, by my troth he is, and ever broke bread. But God is to be worshipped. All men are not alike. Alas, good neighbor,
Indeed, neighbor, he comes too short of you.
gifts that God gives.
I must leave you.
One word, sir. Our words, sir, have indeed comprehended too
shall recount their particular duties afterwards.
My lord, you come hither to marry this lady?
No.
To be married to her. Friar, you come to marry her.
Lady, you come hither to be married to this lord?
I do.
Then if either of you know any inward impediment upon why you should not be conjoined, I charge you on your souls to utter.
No, you ain't hero.
None, my lord.
Know you any, Count?
I dare make his answer none.
What men dare to. What men may do. What men daily do, not knowing what they do. Standing by, friar. Father, by your leave, will you with free and unconstrained soul give me this maid your daughter?
As freely, son, as God did give her me.
What have I to give you back, whose worth may counterpoise this rich, precious gift?
Nothing, unless you render her again.
But sir, you learn me noble thankfulness. Literally not hope! Take her back again! She... Oh.
What does he mean, my lord?
Not to be married, not to knit his soul to approve it wanton. Oh, give not this rotten orange to your friend. She's but the sign and semblance of honor. Behold how she blushes here. Her blush is guiltiness, not modesty. Oh, what authority and show of truth can cunning sin cover itself withal? Would you not swear, all you have seen her, that you were faithful by these exterior shows?
And seemed I ever otherwise?
Out on these seeming, I will write against it. But you are more intemperate in your blood than Venus, or the pampered animals that rage in savage sensuality.
It is my guess well that he don't speak so wise. Sweet prince, why speak not you?
How should I speak? I stand dishonored to have gone about to live my dear friend to a common stale.
Are these things spoken, or do I have a dream?
Sure, these things are spoken and they are true.
True! Oh God! God, defend me! How am I beset? What kind of catechizing call you this? You know I'm hero. Who can blot that name with any just reproach?
Marry that good hero. Hero himself can blot out the hero's virtue. What man was he that talked with you out to window betwixt the hours of 12 and 1 last night?
I spoke with no man at that hour. What is this, my lord?
Leonato, I am sorry, must hear, upon mine honor, myself, my brother, and this grieved count did see her, hear her at that hour last night, talk with a ruffian at her chamber window, who would deem most like a liberal village hath confessed violent encounters they have had 1,000 times in secret.
Hi, my lord, they are not to be named, not to be spoken of. There is not chastity enough in language without offense to utter them. Thus, would you leave me? I am much sorry for thy misgovernment.
Oh, hero! What a hero hadst thou been, if half thy outward graces were placed about thy thoughts and counsels of thy heart! But very well. Most valuable. Most fair. Farewell, with the unlock of all the gates of love.
How now, hero? Wherefore sink you down?
Come, let us go. These things come thus to life, smother her spirits up.
How about the lady?
Dead, I think. Help, uncle! Hero. Why, hero? Uncle Senior Benedict Friar! How now, cousin hero?
Have comfort.
Dost thou look up?
Yea, wherefore should she not?
Oh, on my soul, my cousin is belied. Mine. And mine I loved. And mine I praised. And mine that I was proud of. And mine that I was so much to myself. Not mine. Valuing of her, my only daughter. She did not do this thing.
Hear me a little, for I'm only silent when it's so long, and given way unto this course of fortune. By noting of the lady, there hath in her eye appeared a fire to burn the errors that these princes hold.
Trust not my reading, nor my observations. Trust not my age, reverence, calling, nor divinity, if this lady lie not guiltless here, under some fighting. Lady, what man is he you are accused of?
They know that to accuse me, I know none.
There are some strange misprision in the princes.
2 of them have the very bent of honor. If their wisdoms be misled in this, the practice of it lives in John the Bastard, whose spirits toil in frames of villainy.
The 2 princes lie, and Claudio lied, who loved her so. They wrong her honor, the props to them shall well hear it. Time hath not yet so dried this blood flow, nor age so eat up my invention, nor my bad life reft me of so many friends, nor fortune made such havoc of my means, but they shall find, awakened in such a kind, both strength of limb and policy of mind, ability of means, and choice of friends, to quit me of them throughly.
Pause a while, and let my counsel help you in this case. Your daughter here, the princess, left for dead. Let her a while be secretly kept in, and publish that she is dead indeed. Maintain a mourning ostentation, and on your family's old monument hang mournful epitaphs, and do all rites that appertain unto a burial.
What shall become of this? What will this do?
Mary, this will carry shall on her behalf turn slander to remorse. That is some good. But not for that dream I on this strange course, but on this travail look for greater birth. She, dying, as it must be so maintained, upon the instant that she was accused, shall be lamented, pitied, and excused of every hearer. For it so falls out, that what we have we prize not to the word whiles we enjoy it, but being lacked and lost, why then we rate the value. So will it fare with Claudio. When he shall hear she died upon his words, the idea of her life shall sweetly creep into his study and imagination, and every lovely organ of her life shall come apparelled in more precious habit, more moving, delicate, and full of life than when she lived indeed. Then will he mourn, and wish he had not so accused her. Let this be so, and doubt not that success will fashion the event in better shape than I can lay it down in lightly.
Signor Leonardo, let the friar advise you. And know that, although my own loving countenance is very much unto the princely Claudio, know that I will deal in this matter as secretly and justly as your soul should with your body.
Being that I float in grief, smallest twine may be grief.
Presently away, and her strange sore strangely be straight and cure. Come, lady, die to live. This wedding is perhaps but prolonged. Have patience and endure.
Lady Beatrice, have you wet filled this water?
Yea! And I will weep a while longer.
I will not desire that.
You have no reason, I do it freely.
Surely I do believe your dear cousin is wrong.
How much might the man deserve of me that would right her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
A very even way. But no such friend.
May a man do it?
It is a man's office. But not yours.
I do love nothing in this world so well as you. Is that not strange?
Strange is the thing I know not. It were it possible for me to say, I love nothing so well as you, but believe me not. And yet I lie not. I confess nothing. Nor I deny nothing. I'm sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me?
Do not swear and eat it.
I will swear by it that you love me, and I will make him eat it that says I love not you.
Why then, may God forgive me.
What offense, sweet Beatrice?
You've stayed me in a happy hour. I was about to protest I loved you.
Then do, with all thy heart.
I love you with so much of my heart that none is left to protest.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio. Kill the prince and his lying brother.
Not for the wide world.
You kill me to deny it. Fare you well.
Say Terry, Beatrice.
I'm gone though I am here. There is no love in you. I pray, let me go.
Beatrice.
In faith, I will go.
We'll be friends first.
You dare ease here? Be friends with me, then fight mine enemy?
Are my companions thine enemy?
Are they not approved in the height a villain that hath scorned, slandered, dishonored my kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man! What? Bear her in hand until they come to take hands, and then with public accusation, uncovered slander, unmitigated rancor! Oh God, that I were a man! I would eat their hearts in the marketplace.
Beatrice.
Talk with a man at a window. A proper saying.
Yeah, but Beatrice.
Sweet hero, she is wronged, she is slandered.
Beatrice.
Princes and counties! Surely a goodly count, a princely testimony, Count Cockfeet, a sweet gallant, surely. Oh, that I were a man for his sake, or that I had any friend that would be a man for mine. But manhood is melted into curtsies, valor into compliment, and men are only turned into tongue, and trim ones too. He's now as valiant as Hercules that only tells a lie and swears it. I cannot be a man with wishing. Therefore I will die a woman with grieving.
Terry, Beatrice, with this hand I love thee.
Use it for my love some other way than swearing by it.
Know you, in your soul, that the Count Claudio hath wronged Hero.
Yea, as sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough. I'm engaged. I will challenge him. I will kiss your hand. And I will leave you. By this hand, Claudio will render me a dear account. Go. Comfort your cousin. I must say she is dead. And so farewell.
Malefactors.
Mary, madam, I am my partner.
Nay, that's certain. We have the exhibition to examine.
But which are the offenders that are to be examined? Let them come with the master constable.
Yeah, Mary, let them come before me. What is your name, friend?
Horatio.
Pray, write down Horatio. Yours, sirrah?
I'm a gentleman, sir. My name is Conrad.
Write down Master Gentleman Conrad. Masters, do you serve God?
Yes, sir, we hope.
Write down that they hope they serve God, and write God first, for God to ban, for God to go before such villains. Masters, it is proved already that you are little better than false knaves, and you go near to be thought so shortly. I'll answer you for yourselves.
Nay, sir, we say we are not.
A marvelous pretty fellow, I assure you, but I will go about with him. Master, I say to you, it is thought that you are false knaves.
Well, I say to you, sir, that we are not.
Have you been thunder none?
Master constable, you go not the way to examine. You must call forth the watch, that they're their accusers.
Here, Mary, let's step this way. Let the watch come forth. Masters, I charge you, in the prince's name, accuse this man.
This man said Sir that Don John, the prince's brother, was a villain.
Write down Prince John a villain. Why? This is flat perjury to call Princess Brother a villain.
Master Constable.
Brady, fella, please. I do not like thy look, I promise thee.
What had you him say else?
Mary, you received 1,000 ducats of Don John's accusing the lady of you were wrongfully.
Black burglars ever was committed.
Yea, by mass, that it is.
What else, fellow?
And that Count Claudio did need, upon his word, to disgrace Hero before the whole
then you can deny. Prince John is this morning secretly stolen away. Hero was in this manner accused, in this very manner refused, and upon the grief of the suddenly died. Master Constable, let these men be found and brought to Leonidas. I'll go with you at shouldering examination.
Come, let the deal begin.
Let the beard of pans!
Oh, Castro!
Got my life! Where's the sexton? Let him break down the prison's officer cold call. Come, find them, thou naughty varlet.
Away! You're an ass! You're an ass!
Dost thou not suspect my place? Dost thou not suspect my ears? Oh, that you were here to write me down ass! But masters, remember that I am an ass! Though you not written down, you forget not that I am an ass! Note that, Venice, thou art full of piety, shall be put upon thee by good purpose. I am a wise fellow, and what is more, an officer, and what is more, a householder, and what is more, as pretty a piece of flesh as any Messina, and one that knows the law. Go to, and one rich fellow enough. Go to, and a fellow that has the glosses, and one that has 2 gowns, and everything handsome about him. Bring him away! Oh, that had been written down ass!
Go on thus, you will kill yourself. 'Tis not wisdom thus to set grief against yourself.
I pray thee, seize that counsel, which falls into mine ears as profitless as water in the sea. Give not me counsel, nor let no comforter delight mine ears with such a one whose wrongs do suit with mine. Bring me a father that so loved his child, whose joy of her is so overwhelmed like thine, and bid him speak of patience. Hatch grief with proverbs, make misfortune drunk with candle wasters, bring him yet to me, and I of him will gather patience. But there is no such man. For brother, men can counsel and speak comfort to that grief which they themselves do not feel, but tasting it, their counsel turns to passion, which in turn would fetter madness and silken thread, charm ache with air and agony with words. No, no. 'Tis all men's office to speak comfort to those that bring unto the low sorrow, when no man's virtue nor sufficiency to be so moral while he shall endure the life of the sun. Therefore, give me no counsel. My griefs cry louder than advertisement.
Therein from men do children nothing different.
I pray thee peace. I will be flesh and blood.
Yet not then all the harm upon yourself.
It goes to avenge yourself.
Nay, there thou speakst reason. Nay, I will do so. My soul doth tell me heroes belied, and so shall Claudio know, and so shall the prince, and all of those that thus dishonor her.
Here come the prince and Claudio hastily.
Good Ian. Good Ian.
Good both of you.
Hear you, my lords.
We have some haste. Lean on to it.
Oh, some haste, my lord. Well, fare you well, my lord. Are you so hasty now? Well, all is one.
They do not quarrel with us, good old man.
He could ride himself quarreling. Some of us would I love.
Who wrongs him?
Mary, thou dost wrong me. Thou dissembler, thou, nay, never lay thy hand upon thy sword, man. I fear thee not.
Mary, beshrew my hand if it should give your age such cause of fear. In truth, I meant nothing to my soul.
Tush, tush, man, never flee or ingest at me. No, Claudio, to thy head. Thou hast so wronged mine innocent child in me that I am forced to lend my reverence by, and with gray hair and bruise of many days, do challenge thee to a trial of a man. I say thou hast belied mine innocent child. Thy slander has gone through her heart, and so she lies buried with her ancestors, all in a tomb where never scandal slept, save this of hers, framed by thy villainy.
My villainy?
Thine, Claudio, thine, I say!
You say not right, old man.
My lord, I'll prove it on his body if he dare, despite his nice fence and his active practice, his May of youth and his bloom of lusthood.
Away! I will not have to do with you.
Canst thou so daff me? Thou hast killed mine innocent child. If thou killest me, boy, thou shalt kill a man.
Shall kill 2 of us and men indeed. 'Tis no matter. Let him kill one first. You need to wear me. Come answer me. Come on, me boy. Come, sir boy. Come follow me. Sir boy, keep your bloody lips. There is a
My heart is sorry for your daughter's death, but upon mine honor, she was charged with nothing but what was true and very full of proof.
Hear you, my lord.
I will not hear you.
No? Come, brother, away. I will be heard.
And shall, or some of us will smart for it.
Sisi, here now comes the man we went to seek.
Now, Senor, what good news?
Good day, my lord.
Welcome, Senor. You're almost come to part, almost a friend.
We had like to have had our two noses snapped off by two old men without teeth.
Leonardo and his brother. Had we thought, I doubt we should have been too young for them.
Well, in a false quarrel, there's no true valor. I came to seek you both.
Oh, we have been up and down to seek thee, for we are high-proof melancholy, and would fain have it beaten away. Wilt thou use thy wit?
It's in my scabbard, shall I draw it?
Dost thou wear thy wit by thy side?
Never any did so, though. Very many have been beside their wit. But I will bid thee draw, as we do the minstrels draw to pleasure us.
As I am an honest man, he looks pale. Art thou sick or angry? By this light, he changes more and more. I think he'd be angry indeed.
If he is, he knows how to change his girdle.
Shall I speak a word in your ear?
God bless thee from the shower.
You are a villain. I jest not. I will make it good how you dare, with what you dare, and when you dare. Do me right, or I will call you coward. You have killed a sweet lady, and her death shall hang heavy on you. Let me hear from you.
Well, I will meet you.
Very well, then, boy. You know my mind. I'll leave you now to your gossip-like humor. You break jests as brilliants to their blades, which, God be thanks, hurt not. For that part, my lord, for your many courtesies, I thank you, but I must discontinue your company. Your brother, the bastard, is fled from Messina. You have among you killed a sweet and innocent lady. For my lord Lackbeard there, he and I shall meet. Until then, peace be with you.
He's in earnest.
In most profound earnest. And I'll warn you, for the love of Beatrice.
And challenging.
Most sincerely.
What a pretty thing is when he goes in his host double and leaves off his wit. It's on to you. Look at Puzzles. He's sad. Did he not say my brother was fled?
Come here, sir. If justice cannot tame you, it shall bear away more reasons in her battles. Nay, and you be accursed at every port once, you must be looked to.
How now? Two of my brothers been bound to break you.
Hearken after their offense, my lord.
Officers, what offense have these men done?
Marry, sir, they have committed false report. Moreover, they have spoken untruths. Secondarily, they're slanders. Sixth and lastly, they have denied a lady. Thirdly, they have verified unjust things. And to conclude, they're lying knaves.
First, I ask thee what they have done. Third, I ask thee what's their offense. Sixth, and lastly, why they are committed, and to conclude, what lay you to their charge.
He rightly reasoned and in his own division. By my troth, there's one meaning well suited.
Masters, who of you are offended that you are thus bound to your answer? This learned constable is too cunning to be understood. What's your offense?
Sweet prince, look you no further for thy answer. Do you hear me, and let this count kill me? I have deceived even your very own eyes. What your wisdoms could not discover, shallow fools have brought to light. When the knight heard me discussing with this man how Don John, your brother, incensed me to slander the lady hero, how you were brought into the orchard and saw me court Margaret in hero's garments, when you disgraced her, when you should have married her. My villainy they have upon the record, which I had rather seal with my death than repeat over to my shame. The lady is dead upon mine and my master's false accusation. Chiefly I desire nothing but the reward of the villain.
Runs not the speech like iron through your blood.
Iron. What is it all to?
Did my brother set thee on to this?
Yea, he paid me richly for it.
He is composed and framed in treachery, and blood he is upon this villainy.
Sweet hero! Now thy image doth appear in the rare semblance that I loved at first.
Come bring away the plaintiffs. By this time our sextons have performed Signolio natural of the matter. And masters, do not forget to specify when time and place shall serve thy and ass.
Here comes Master Signor Leonato and his brother.
Which is the villain? Let me see his eyes, so that I may know another man like him. I may avoid him. Which is he?
If you would know your wronger, look upon me.
Art thou the slave that with thy breath hast killed mine innocent child?
Yea, even I, alone.
No, not so, villain. Thou beliest thyself. Here stand a pair of honorable men. A third is fled that had a hand in it. I thank you, princes, for my daughter's death. Recorded with your high and noble deeds. 'Twas bravely done if you would think you of it.
I know not how to pray your patience, yet I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Impose me to what penance your invention can lay upon my sin.
Yet satisfy this good old man, bend under any heavy weight or enjoyment.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live. That were impossible. But I pray you both possess the people in Messina hear how innocent she died. And if your love can labor aught in sad invention, hang an epitaph upon her tomb and sing it to her bones. Sing it tonight. Tomorrow morning, come you to my house, and since you could not be my son-in-law, be yet my nephew. My brother hath a daughter, almost the copy of my child that's dead, and she alone is heir to both of us. Give her the right who should have given her cousin, and so dies my revenge.
Oh, noble sir, your overkindness doth wring tears from me. I do embrace your offer, and dispose henceforth of poor Claudia.
Tomorrow then we'll expect your coming. Tonight I take my leave. This naughty man shall be face to face be brought to Margaret. Why believe this pact and all this wrong? Hard by your brother.
No, she did not. She did not know what she did, but has always been just and virtuous in anything I do know her by.
Moreover, sir, which is indeed not under black and white, this plaintiff here, the offender, did call me ass. I beseech you, let it be remembered in its punishment.
I thank thee for thy care and honest pains.
Your worships, because most thankful and reverend youth, and I pray Scott for you.
Go, I discharge thee thy prisoner, and I thank thee.
God save the foundation. I leave it every name with your worship, which I beseech your worship to correct yourself for the example of others. God give you worship. I wish your worship well. God restore you to health. I humbly give you leave to depart, and even marry me to make you wish. God prohibit it. Come, neighbor.
Till tomorrow morning, lords. Farewell.
Farewell, my lords. We'll see you tomorrow.
We will not fail.
Tonight, a mourn with hero.
Mistress Margaret, deserve well at my hands by helping me to the speech of Beatrice.
Will you then write me a sonnet in praise of my beauty?
In so high a style, Margaret, that no man living shall come over it. For in most comely truth thou deservest it.
To have no man come over me, why shall I always keep below stairs?
Thy wit is like the greyhound's mouth that catches.
And yours is blunt as the fencer's foils, which hit, but hurt not.
Most manly wit, Margaret, it will not hurt a whit. And so I pray thee, call Beatrice, I shall give thee the bucklers.
Give us the swords, we have bucklers of our own. But I will call Beatrice for you, who I think hath wits.
And therefore will come. Why do fools fall in love? Why do they fall? If ever there were man so turned over and over as my poor self in love. Mary, I cannot show it in rhyme. I have tried. I can find no other rhyme to lady but baby. An innocent rhyme. Scorn? Horn? For school? Fool. A babbling rhyme. It's very ominous endings. No, I was not born on the rhyming planet, nor can I woo in festival terms. Sweet Beatrice, what's thou come when I called thee?
Yea, Signor, and depart when you bid me.
Oh, stay but till then.
Then spoken, very well now. And yet ere I go, let me go with that which I came, which is with knowing what has passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words. And thereupon I will kiss thee.
Foul words is but foul wind, and foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. Therefore I will depart unkissed.
Thou hast frighted the wit right out, so forcible is thy wit. But I must tell thee plainly, Claudio undergoes my challenge. He and I will meet, or I will prescribe him a coward. And now tell me, for which of my bad parts did you first fall in love with me?
For them all together, which maintain so politic a state of evil that they will not admit any good part to intermingle with them. But for which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Suffer love, a good epithet. I do suffer love, for I love thee against my will.
In spite of your heart, I think. Alas, poor heart, if you spite it for my sake, I will spite it for yours.
Thou and I are too wise to woo peaceably.
It appears not in this confession. There is not one wise man among 20 that will praise himself.
An old instance, Beatrice, that lived in the time of good neighbors. If a man will not erect his own tomb ere he dies, shall live no longer in monument, and the bell rings or the widow weeps. Now tell me, how's your cousin?
Very ill.
And how do you?
Very ill, too.
Sir God, love me, and meant. Now I'll leave you. Here comes one who hates.
Madam, you must come to your uncle, yonder's old coil at home. It is proved, my lady Hereford being wrongfully accused, the prince and Claudio mightily abused, and Don John is the author of all, who is fled and gone. Will you come presently?
Will you come here, the new Signor?
I will live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in thy eyes. And, moreover, I will go with thee to thy uncle's. Oh.
Monument of Leonardo.
It is, my friend.
Done to death by slanderous tongues was the hero Edgar loves. Death, girded of her wrongs, gives her fame which never dies. The life that died with shame lives in death. Glorious fame. Hang go there upon the tomb. Praising her when I am down. Down to thy poems. Yearling like to this right.
Good morrow, masters. Put your torches out. The wolves have preyed, and the gentle day before the wheels of Phoebus round by. Doubles. The drowsy east sloths gray. Thanks to you all. Leave us, and farewell.
Good morrow, masters, each your several way.
Come, let us go hence on Huron utter weeds. Then to Leonato's we shall go.
And Hymen now with luck here to sheer speeds. And for this, for whom we rendered up this woe.
See, I told you she was innocent. So are the Prince and Claudio, who accused her upon the air that you heard debated. Well, glad all things end so well.
So am I. And else my faith and force to call young Claudio to reckoning.
Well, daughter and you gentlemen all, draw into a chamber by yourselves, and when I send for you, come to the mass. The Prince and Claudio promised by this hour to visit you. You know your office, brother. You must be father to your brother's daughter and give her to young Claudio.
Which I will do with confirmed countenance.
Friar, I must entreat your pains, I think.
Do what, Senor?
To bind me, or undo me. One of them. Truth is, good senor, your daughter Beatrice regards me with an eye of favor.
And I my daughter let me. 'Tis most true.
And I do, with an eye of love, requite her.
The sign whereof I think you had for me from Claudio the Prince.
But what's your will?
Your brother's answer, sir, is enigmatical. But for my will is your goodwill. May stand with ours this day in the state of honorable marriage, in which, friar, I shall desire your help.
My heart is to your liking. And to my help. Here comes the Prince and Claudio now.
Good morrow to this fair assembly.
Good morrow, Prince. Good morrow, Claudio. We here attend you. Call the daughter forth, brother. Here's the fire ready.
Good morrow, then. Now, why such a February face, so full of frost, of storm, and darkness?
Ah, I think he thinks upon the savage bull. Tush, fear not, man. We'll tip thy horns with gold, and all Europa shall rejoice at thee, as once Europa did at lusty Jove when he would play the noble beast in love.
Oh, bull Jove, sir, had an amiable vow, and some such strange bull up to father's cow, got a calf in that same noble feat. Much like to you, for you have just his bleach.
This I owe you. Here comes other reckonings. Which is the lady I must see?
The same as she, and I do give you her.
Why then she's mine. Sweet, let me see your face.
No! That you shall not until you take her hand before this friar and swear to marry her.
Give me your hand before this holy friar. I am your husband, if you like of me.
And when I lived, I was your other wife. And when you loved, you were my other husband.
Another hero!
The same hero, whom you loved and scorned in the space of one wedding. Let's hold with love for the future.
All this amazement cannot qualify when after that the holy rites are ended. I'll tell you largely of fair hero's death. But till then, let wonder seem familiar, and to the chapel let us presently.
The fair friar? Which is Beatrice?
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Do not you love me?
No, truly. No more than reason.
Why then, your uncle, and the prince, and Claudio are much deceived, for they did swear you did.
Do you not love me?
No. No more than reason.
Why then, my cousin, Margaret, and Ursula are much deceived, for they did swear you did.
They swore that you were almost sick for me.
They swear that you were well nigh dead for me.
There's no such matter. love me?
No, truly, but in friendly recompense.
Come, cousin. I am sure you love the gentleman.
And I'll be sworn upon it that he loves her. For here's a paper written in his hand, a haunting song of his own pure great fashion to the interest.
And here's another stolen from my cousin's pocket, containing your affections into Benedict.
A miracle! Use our own hands against our hearts. Come, I'll have thee, but by this light I do take thee for pity.
I would not deny you, but by this great day I yield upon great persuasion, and partly to save your life, for I was told you were in a consumption.
Oh, peace. I'll stop your mouth.
How dost thou, Benedict, the married man?
I tell thee what, Prince. A college of whipcrackers cannot blow me out of my humor. Something I care for satire and epigram, no. The man will be beaten with brains shall wear nothing unhandsome about him. Therefore let me be brief. Since I do purpose to marry, I will think nothing to any purpose that the world may say against it. And therefore, never flout at me for what I have said against it. For man is a giddy thing, and this is my conclusion. Claudio, for thy part, I did think to have beaten thee. But in that thou art like to be my kinsman, live unbruised, and love my cousin.
I had well nigh hoped thou wouldst have denied, Beatrice, that I might have cudgelled thee out of thy single life, to make thee a double dealer, which out of question thou wilt be, if my cousin do not look exceedingly narrowly to thee.
Come, come, we are friends. Let's have a dance, or we are married, and we lighten our own hearts and our wives' heels.
We'll have dancing afterward.
First to my word, therefore play, music! Prince, thou art sad? Give me a wife, give me a wife. Enough staff more reverend than one tipped and horn.
My lord, your brother John is taken in flight, and poor Mademoiselle back to Messina.
Think not on him until tomorrow. I'll devise thee brave punishments. Strike up, 5